Change your mind.
Thank you for bringing the Echo near. We will need this relic.
Speaking of relics, thieves stole an old staff from the Oathsworn pit. I want to know why.
Indeed. How did my unwelcome guests find their way to Bedlam Vale? I am curious.
Good orcs died, little prince. I'm not curious. I'm angry.
Someone went to great lengths to examine the Echinir. Strange. I never gave that dusty old relic a second look. Clearly it was more important than I thought. A problem for Hermaeus Mora and Leramil now, I suppose. Some impertinent fool calling herself the Blind thought I wouldn't mind if she and her little band of cultists came to Maelstrom and rooted through my collection of trinkets. I gather they were looking for the Echinir. A large petrified eyeball excreted by Hermaeus Mora himself. I've had it since I don't know when. I used it as a paperweight. But it seems Mora had a purpose for the Echinir all along. Well, it was boring, and I'm happy to be rid of it. You may not know me, mortal, but I know you. I am an admirer of your work. I am Farnui Ten, the Demi-Prince of Maelstrom. From time to time, I reproach the spirits of warriors who fall without knowing why. Some of them lost to you. Oh, not this tiresome conversation again. If you must put a name to it, I am a Demi-Prince. A scion of Boethia and patron to all who seek to excel in combat. Have no fear, though. We will not cross blades before you are ready. Some impertinent fool calling herself the Blood.
Old relics, new enemies. I have no liking for any of this. Malakath instructed me to find this strange mage and tell her about the staff stolen from the Oathsworn pit. I have done so. My part in this is done. The Staff of Many Paths, or so it's called. No one seems to know exactly how or when it came to be locked up in the Oathsworn pit, but it must have been there for a long time. The recollection escaped with it when we fought off their attack. Mercenaries? Cultists of some kind. Most of them were wood elves. They came to the Oathsworn pit to recruit new members from the warrior lodges there. Or so they said. When our people refused to join up, they attacked. Basra Grof Farron, clan chief of Farron's stronghold, a loyal servant of Malakath. It's not good for orcs to get mixed up in ancient elf cults. We keep our tusks out of their business, they should do the same for us.
Thank you for answering my summons, Proxy. I am afraid our respite has reached its end. We saved Apocrypha from Vermina and Periite, but it seems Torvasad has embarked on a new design. Hermaeus Mora has need of you again. Torvasad seeks to return to the mythos, the heart of Apocrypha. He intends to restore Ithelia, the Daedric Prince he once served. He has already opened 2 glyphics to revive her memory. He cannot be allowed to unlock the final glyphic. Torvasad cannot force his way into the mythos against Mora's will, but Mora is unable to perceive his movements. There may be a way for Torvasad to sidestep Mora's ban and reach the vault of the glyphic. Here, take the Echinir. You will need it. A relic forged by Hermaeus Mora, the Echinir can corporealize distinct foci. That is, it can reveal echoes of past events related to the Forgotten Prince. Choices made ages ago now menace our world. The Echinir can help us understand them. When you come to a location associated with Prince Ithelia, hold forth the Echinir to draw out and observe any lingering memories. You may also need to perceive the threads of fate as I do. I have a spell for that. Because Hermaeus Mora has foreseen that a restored Prince Ithelia threatens the very foundations of reality, endangering Apocrypha, Nirn, and all of existence. The one who knows needs mortal aid to avert catastrophe. Hermaeus Mora cannot see Torvasad, but he can sense threads of fate disturbed by Torvasad's actions. The threads are fraying in Grotwood, Reaper's March, and Stone Falls. I will open a portal to each place. Choose one, and we shall go. Hermaeus Mora reached into every mind, mortal and immortal, and erased all memory of Ithelia. His work, however, was not perfect. A select few sensed that something had been taken from them, and he could not erase his own memory of what he had done. Torvasad calls Ithelia the Prince of Paths, the Mistress of the Untraveled Road, the Fate Changer. Your guess about what that all means is as good as mine, Proxy. As for her fate, I imagine that secret is locked in the final glyphic. Torvasad said he was tormented by half-remembered dreams. A strange thing, as Daedra do not dream the way we mortals do. The sense of something missing drove him to search for answers. That search finally led him to Apocrypha. Torvasad is a clanless Dremora who allies himself with different Daedric princes. When we encountered him in Necrom, he was working with Vermina and Periite to uncover a secret hidden in Apocrypha. Now he recalls that he once served Ithelia. Yes, the first held the secret that Hermaeus Mora erased a memory from all of Nirn and Oblivion. The second glyphic revealed the memory. There was once a Daedric prince named Ithelia, a prince Torvasad served. It lies hidden in a vault in the mythos, the very heart of Apocrypha. Reaching it against Hermaeus Mora's will should be impossible, but Torvasad has already done so twice. Mora called him unseen. Somehow Torvasad eludes his gaze. Because you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora, he has chosen you to serve as champion of fate, his agent in the mortal realm and perhaps beyond. You can act in places where the one who knows cannot directly intervene, as can I. When you signed the contract agreeing to act as fate's mortal agent, never fear, Hermaeus Mora has no interest in your soul. I signed a similar contract long ago, when Mora realized I could perceive the threads of fate. You had no need of such a gift during our last encounter, and Hermaeus Mora specifically told me not to share it until the time was right. That time, according to Mora, is now upon us. The one who knows can be inscrutable at times. Daedric energy lingers in this place, tangled with threads of unraveling fate. Torvasad was here. Follow the threads of fate, Proxy. I shall cast about for any other signs of his activity. your strength. Why would fate lead us to an abandoned shrine? There must be something here. Fascinating. That ancient book stirred up a memory. Use the Echinir to examine it, Proxy.
Tribunal's ordinators hold our brethren. We need the skein of secrets to free them.
But the skein is lost. We must beseech the Lady of Whispers for help.
Then let us adjourn to a secret sanctuary. The circle we stand upon is the door. We need but a single drop of blood to open it.
This ritual circle conceals a gate, activated by a little blood. Let us see where it leads.
Nothing. Fate seems to be fighting back. I wonder how much of that is because of you.
Torvasad, talk to Fate's chosen. Tell us what this is all about.
Fate's chosen? How presumptuous a title Hermaeus Mora has bestowed upon you. The Prince of Fate is using you, mortal. Long ago, he and his allies inflicted a terrible wrong on my prince. Now he hopes you can stop me from undoing that damage. How can a mere mortal understand the convolutions of Oblivion? Prince Ithelia, the Prince of Paths, mistress of the untraveled road, fate changer, the dark reflection, the last tomorrow. She who saw and wept. Moira, in his jealousy, erased her. Hermaeus Mora convinced other Daedric princes to conspire against Ithelia. He played upon their fears of the unknown. None of them understood the gift of choosing what is to be. They all turned against my prince. Revenge? No. That is for my prince to mete out. I am a scion of Ithelia, and my ancient purpose is to restore her to power. To undo what the cowardly princes did to her. And the very relics they used against Ithelia will help me find her. Mathal's skein of secrets. Don't bother looking. It isn't here. It seems Mathal's Aeliad worshippers locked it away in some vault beneath West Weald long ago. No matter. The skein would help, but I'll find another way to reach my prince. And you believe Mora? Stand aside, mortal. I will not be swayed from my purpose.
A skein of secrets, used to defeat Ithelia long ago. I cannot help but wonder what became of it. Come, Proxy, let us speak. A skein of secrets, somehow used to defeat Ithelia long ago. I cannot help but wonder what became of it. Daedric relics have a way of causing trouble wherever they appear. Even the Echinir could be dangerous in the wrong hands. Hermaeus Mora requires you to make that decision without his guidance, Proxy. Torvasad disturbed fate in 3 different locations. The one who knows must have a reason for instructing us to visit each one. Your choice, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora made it clear that we are to be guided by the decisions you make without undue prompting from him or me. But our work is not complete until we discover what Torvasad seeks there. Excellent. In the interest of hastening our investigation of these perturbations, a physical translocation of... I shall open portals to save us time. Choose one, and I shall follow.
Now, perhaps my luck is changing for the better. A fellow adventurer? The name's Baragon, friend. I could use a hand. I'm on the trail of a group known as the Recollection. I'm not sure what they're after in these ruins, but I intend to find out. I don't suppose you're after them too? They're an elusive lot. Something between a secret society, a mercenary company, and a cult. I caught wind of people disappearing, and I think they're involved. If you're not after the Recollection, why are you here? Dangerous quarry, but you look like you know what you're doing. It's strange that my pursuit of the Recollection and your hunt for Torvasad led us both to these old ruins. That does give me an idea, though. I propose we work together. There are more Recollection here than I care to tangle with by myself, but maybe we can get some answers together. We can figure out why they're interested in the Reliquary of Stars, why we look for your elusive Dremora. I overheard a Recollection mage named Endigor mention a hidden shrine in the ruins. Something about a waterfall in the Flesh Gardens. Not the most pleasant appellation, but maybe we should start there. It's somewhere to the north. It seems to be a revival of an ancient Ayleid cult, or some kind of Ayleid-inspired military order, perhaps. There are a lot of wood elves in their ranks, I'm sorry to say. It's strange. I never even heard of them until a few months ago. I heard rumors about Recollection groups poking around Ayleid ruins back in West Weald, and people started disappearing around the same time, including a few I happen to know. I can't say if they were abducted or recruited. It's called the Reliquary of Stars, an old Ayleid archive of some kind. The Mages Guild researchers here say Magicka courses through the very walls. They're too busy with their studies to notice Recollection scouts sneaking into the reliquary. Me? Well, I'm really retired from this adventuring nonsense. I spent years working as a scribe in Cyrodiil, dabbling in history, documents, a cipher or two. But the threat of the Recollection convinced me to put down my quill and pick up my daggers. It was years ago, really. I had the itch to travel, risked my neck looking for treasure in monster-infested caves and haunted tombs. Besides, it's become a family tradition. My little sister, Everly Sharparrow, is off adventuring right now, in fact.